Party people in the place to be. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Charm by Clairo. With 17 million listeners on Spotify, this is Clairo's third studio album. Her first album, Immunity, was pretty big for her, with songs like Sophia having 750 million streams. I will be honest, I'm not too familiar with Clairo. I've heard the name, I've heard of her, I know who she is, but I never really dove into her catalog before. So this album, Charm, is my first time really sitting down and really experiencing what Clairo has to offer as an artist. I will say, only listening to Sophia and Bags before, I listened to that after listening to this album, and that had me interested on why this album sounded like it did. But to get right into the grades, for production, I gave it an 8.5. Overall, the sound itself seems to be a cocktail hour at a smooth jazz nightclub. With that being said, they executed that very well. There are many moments throughout the album, especially on the second half of almost all of the songs, where the instrumentals really get really good. The piano and production on Terrapin, the production at the end of Second Nature, the end of Thank You, they're actually really smooth moments where I was really impressed with whoever designed that, the melodies, and designed whatever they wanted to do. But I did give it a 1.5 loss because of her vocals. I thought whoever mixed and mastered it could have had her vocals just a little bit louder throughout the album. Speaking of and going into vocals and lyrics, I also gave her a 3.5 for vocals because I didn't think that there were too many moments where she really was singing. There was a lot of just whisper, kind of low monotone singing, which isn't bad, but it's not good either. So I gave her a 3.5 for that. For lyrics, I gave her a 3. I just read the album lyrics. There were a few lines within the songs that were kind of poetry-esque and things like that, but overall, what I was reading didn't really stick out anything to me. For cohesion, I gave it a 10. It is only 11 songs in 38 minutes. And again, it's all this super smooth sounding music, so I don't see that there's anything wrong with that. For originality, I also gave it a 10. Smooth, simple. For quality, I gave it a 9, again with the lyrics and the production and the effort that she seemed to have from a vocal lens. I thought there could have just been a little bit more, especially when I listened to songs like Sophia and to songs like Bags, where there is an emphasis on making music. But in terms of production, again, for Nomad, I thought her voice was really low sounding throughout the production of it. And on a song like Echo, I feel like her voice was almost an echo and you could barely hear her. But I thought Pier 4 was a smooth finish to the album. Overall, I tried to listen to this album a couple of times. I wasn't wooed, but I wasn't disappointed. It was just okay. It was solid. If you like Clairo, I'm sure you will like the album. And if you want to hear a smooth cocktail jazz nightclub kind of soundtrack, it would be great for that. Sitting in a poppy field with a breeze flowing through your hair at sunrise is what I think I would listen to this album in. So for grades, rounding out with an 8.5, 6.5, 10, 10, and 9, that finishes this album at an 88. So again, for what she was doing, I thought it was good. If you like Clairo, I think you'll like it. I don't think you're missing out if you never hear this album again, but I don't think it's gonna ruin your day if you listen to this album. That's really all I have to say. I wasn't too impressed. I wasn't wowed. I wasn't in shock or in awe, but it was a well-produced album with a seemingly talented artist. So shout out to Clairo, and I'll see you in the next one.